Okay. Y'all should know I'm a bit of a mushy mush. I like to see motherfuckers in love. Like, it tickles my heart. Hi, it's Danny. Welcome to my dark desk. Take a sip, take a puff. We're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance, Mallory, and Raşit. We're going to talk about episode 1 through 6. But since I'm summing up the last 6 episodes because I'm playing catch up, we're going to keep it funky. We're going to keep it brief. We are here to talk about Mallory, 29, from Athens, Alabama, and Raşit, also 29, Marmaris, Turkey. Who do we have from Turkey? We have Marcel from Anna and Marcel, Sharper and Shekinah. Mallory describes herself as a basic white bitch, and immediately I loved her. She says she's a little redneck too. I love a half of that self-aware. She is very much into the Alabamian redneck culture, which is drinking, shenanigans, tipping cows. She didn't say that, did she? That's a stereotype, right? Okay. She went to Marmaris, Turkey on a trip. She was swiping on them apps and she matched with Raşit. Everybody says he's cute and he's a handsome man, don't get me twisted, but he little. I could see a short king a mile away. He matched with her because he was like, damn, because he likes him thick. He's a sweetheart. I think he loves women. So no misogyny, just like a bit of traditional fleas. He thinks women should be this and men should be that. That's stupid to ascribe to that type of stuff. It was supposed to be a one night stand. He French braided her hair, which I fucking love, but they kept hanging out and he just one night got on one knee in this beautiful cavern. The way he gushes about her, you could tell he's very in love and she is in love with him as well, though you could tell she's been through some shit. I wouldn't be surprised if she survived an abusive relationship or two. I get that sense from her, which is another reason why I like her. We love survivors over here. Anyhow, we meet her as she's heading to Turkey and she's like going through the process of him saying goodbye to his friends and family and his life. She doesn't want him to go through the United States customs because she knows they're full aligned with Muslim countries. So she's like, I want to be with him every step of the way. And we love that for them. She's dressed like a cowgirl. She puts on the hat. He's with it. He's chill. He's a good fucking time. I gotta tell you, Raşit is a damn good time. Like, you want to party, you party with Raşit. You could tell. And party with her too. They are fun ass people. They're always giggling and laughing. She asks him about how he feels about leaving his family and he starts to cry. It's like, oh baby. And he's like, oh, I can't cry. I'm not supposed to cry. She's like, yeah, cry. He's like, no, you cry. I don't cry. And I'm like, men can cry. Men should cry. In fact, I have a working theory. When men don't cry, they tend to beat. Cry, motherfucker. Just cry. Let it out. Let it out. She's talking about how it is to live among rednecks and she's explained to him what rednecks is. And she said that some of her friends were wildly conservative and involved in the deportations, and that is fucked up. She's worried that she didn't prepare him for what it's going to be like, and baby girl, you have not. He's so wildly in love that I believe he's going to make it work. He's going to do all the things to make it work. I love them together because they're always giggling and laughing. They go meet his friends and it's about her friend Brandon. Now Brandon used to be her fuck buddy, her friends with Benny's. Raşit is not with the shits. He does not like it. He is telling his friends in Turkish that he does not like the fact that Brandon and Mallory still talk, and he's uncomfortable with it because in Turkey they do not talk to exes. And Mallory's like hooked up a couple of times. It became a situationship, but she was in a horrible head-on collision that changed the lives of 4 people. She was in the hospital and Brandon stepped up, took care of her animals, took care of her, told her parents about the accident. He was front and center when she was in this horrible, traumatizing thing. And so because of that, she doesn't feel inclined to let him go. And you know what? I stand that. If this is a healthy friendship, meaning there are clear and concise boundaries and Brandon knows it's never gonna happen and there's no romantic feelings left over and he's not waiting in the wings in the friend zone like a weirdo, Raşit shouldn't have a problem with it. But I do understand culturally it's not a norm for him. But if he wants Mallory, he's gonna have to adjust. This has to be a mild adjustment for him. And maybe they could talk a little less. Maybe there could be a little bit of a compromise, but I don't think she should sacrifice her friendships, especially friendships that stood trials and tribulations like that. I don't think you should let go of friends that stand the test of time and hurt and pain and trauma like that. You should definitely not let somebody who would ride for you like that. Absolutely not. So Raşit has to understand that. And she explains it that way, but Raşit is not hearing it. So he tells his friends about it and the friends confront her and she's like, well, there's nothing there. So Raşit, get out your ass. Anyhow, He's like talking about he's gonna be the man of the house, and I'm like, there's that pesky sexism again. You're not in charge of anything. You're not the man of the house. They also say goodbye to his family, and his family brings up how does he plan to contribute, help their parents, because his parents' home was destroyed by a massive earthquake, and all the children are contributing to helping his parents restore their house. And he has to bring up to Mallory, if my parents need money, could you help them, because he can't work for a long time. They also did the salty coffee thing that we saw with Shekinah and Sharper. He was choking. He drank it, but he was like anyhow, his brothers remind him that they'll need money moving forward, and he's like, I'm gonna talk to Mallory. And so when they're driving to the airport, he brings it up to Mallory, and Mallory is just like, well, I got bills, and I wish you brought this up sooner, and I don't know what I can do to help, because she's like, I have a mortgage, I have car notes, I have insurance, like it's very expensive, and people think that America, you're so rich, but you're not. Everything's so expensive, and that's true. The concept of money is very different country to country, but outside the United States, children are supposed to help their parents. That's just how the world is. I feel like she was very defensive because she wants to help his family. I know she does. She was red in the face with guilt, and instead of saying, I really don't have the means and I would love to help your family, you could tell she's just like, she's upset that she can't, and she doesn't know how, and she doesn't want to disappoint his family because they've been so lovely to her. Anyhow, they arrive in the United States. I forget the friend's name, picks them up. Her friend is rocking World War II champion twice in a row. All American flags, honk if you love America. What the fuck? He's noticing the cultural difference already. He's like, it's beautiful, it's wet spaces, but everybody's driving, nobody's walking. He looks like he's terrified, and he has every right to be terrified because xenophobia is a fucking thing. What he's experiencing, the terror of an outsider, and he's worried that he's going to be targeted because he understands that Americans do not like Muslims or people from Muslim countries, which is crazy. Anyhow, they go to the house, they meet the dogs, and he's worried about the dogs biting his dick. He mentions that twice. He's asking for a bidet, and look here, Captain, I'm gonna tell anybody who does not have a bidet in their home to get one. Get a bidet. Change your life. Will change your life. It's just like Ji-hoon said, anal so clean. So he unpacks baby clothes. This is the first red flag. She doesn't want kids, and they haven't talked about it yet. And so Raşit is thinking that, oh, all women want kids. No, they do not. And Mallory's 29. If Mallory doesn't feel compelled to have babies, more than likely, she's not going to change her mind. And she really should have told Raşit that. So he's unpacking baby clothes. This is a pink flag, girl. You should have told him. This is a deal breaker type of situation. Kids are an all or nothing thing. You either want them or you don't. And if somebody changes their mind, but they don't really want kids, there is resentment, and that relationship is over. The relationship is over. You have to be like-minded when it comes to kids. So Brandon texts her immediately because he was checking that dog camera. He was sitting there waiting for them to arrive. Ew. And he shows up. Raşit is very upset about this. When they meet, Brandon is scary, and he says he senses tension on Raşit's side, and Raşit is obviously threatened by him. I'm like, Brandon, ain't no but. Have you seen Raşit's face card? Doesn't decline. Meanwhile, you're hatfishing, because I know you're bald. Anyhow, when Brandon leaves, Raşit wants to talk to how he doesn't want Brandon around, he doesn't want her talking to him, all the things, and she's like, that's not gonna fucking happen. And she shuts him down. Fast forward, they go to breakfast the next day, and she's talking about how she had to underbite the bigots who called Raşit a terrorist and said horrible things about him and his family. And she's like, how could they say that? And your family's been so wonderful. I'm like, girl, who did you vote for? Because, like, you didn't know your friends were bigots? And don't get me twisted, I like Mallory, but come on, you just discovered that your friends were bigots? Now fast forward to the party. There is a black man at the party. I am worried about that pepper and the sea salt. Are you okay, sir? But at the party, everyone's friendly, everyone's nice. They dress him up like rednecks. Is it white trash or rednecks? They're dressed up like rednecks. It's very cute. And Brandon's on the other side watching, scoping the scene like a creeper, being weird with it. And Raşit has Mallory's friends drinks the milk and sugar alcohol from his country, and they're like, oh boy, it's too sweet. And then Brandon comes up and pours out whiskey. He's like, this is American whiskey. And Raşit takes a sip. He's like, oh, whiskey. He was unmoved, and Brandon scurries off. Like, there's something wrong with Brandon. He's saying that there's tension. No, it's tension on your side, buddy. Because why can't we see your eyes? Raşit tells Mallory he's gonna confront Brandon. Raşit, keep in mind, is from Turkey. I'm pretty sure they don't have a lot of pickup trucks in Turkey. Raşit jumps on Brandon's tailgate, and Brandon is like, how dare you? It's disrespectful to jump on a man's tailgate. Now, I've never heard this before. I don't know if that's a thing. Y'all tell me if that's a thing. That's a weird thing. I mean, I guess it's like, don't touch my property. I mean, yes, actually, there is a southern thing, stay off my property. There's a especially in Florida, there's a thing about being on people's property and getting got. I digress. This couple has has me activated for like the culture that's around them. The culture that surrounds them is not conducive to encouraging their loving relationship. Anyhow, she gets on the tailgate, tells Brandon, stay away from my future wife. Don't call her, don't text her, block her. If you need to talk to her, come talk to me first. And Brandon's like, I am like Texas and the government. I'm forever. I'm gonna do what I want. You can't control us. You can't tell me what to do. And it's fucked up that you're on the tailgate talking shit. Get off my motherfucking tailgate. So Raşit jumps off real quick because Brandon is bigger than him, to be fair. Brandon is bigger than him, and he also said in his interview, I choose violence. I'm like, ew. Where were you on January 6th, Brandon? Anywho, I feel like he's saying the same shit that the bigots that she uninvited to the party have said, but he's not gonna say that to Mallory because he's waiting in the wings to get that ass. I am so sorry. He doesn't strike me as a good person at all, but I could be wrong. Raşit walks off, and we're gonna see in the next episode the confrontation between them about it. That's a pink flag, Raşit. You can't tell a woman who to be friends with. I understand culturally it's not the norm for you. I understand that you're the man of the, well, you're not exactly the man of the house. The man of the house brings in money. The man of the house has a job. The man of the house is productive, has shown his worth in actions. And to be fair, he loves her down, and he's showing that action, but love don't pay the bills. So you ain't the man of the house yet, and you can't tell anybody what to do because people are gonna do whatever the fuck they want. Better you make peace with what choices your partner is going to make, and if those choices don't agree with you, then leave. It's very simple. Know who you are, and if somebody doesn't fit what you want in your life, leave. Anyhow, I'm done preaching. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hype, do as you deem fit. Remember to keep your sips close, your puffs closer, but your instincts even closest. And I'll be sure to catch you on the flips. Bye. Speaking of political, Rough Rider.